Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this. For those of you who don't know me, I am Sandra with Ever Changing Life. And I missed last week. Oops. It's amazing how when you miss a week, you forget to do little things like adjust your computer and move the cart so that you don't see all the mess that's sitting beside me. Anyway, today we are talking about something that is free and priceless at the same time, and it is time. Time is the thing that once used, you can never, ever get back. It is the thing that we never seem to have enough of. That 1 second you have lots of it, and the next second you don't have any. You are out of it. And once spent, it's gone. So I want to share with you some of my most poignant quotes on time. There are a lot of them. And I just want to share with you some of the ones that really made me sit up and think, or really touched my heart, made me feel something, even if it was just saying that, wow, that is so true. So true. So while we're doing this, if you would like to put some of your notices about time in the comment section, that would be great. If you would put in the comment section any moments that you have recognized you have run out of time, if there's been something that was really, really important and you ran out of time and it really affected you, that would be great. It's so wonderful to share with other people because the sharing actually makes us feel less alone. So here we go, some quotes about time. Time is what we want most, but what we use worst. It's William Penn, Fruits of Solitude. This one for me is so very, very relevant right now as I've been having some difficulty getting it together. Time is not my friend at the moment. So I really do feel like I'm not using time to my best ability. So this one really hit home when I read it. The next one is, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. That's JRR Tolkien from Fellowship of the Rings. What to do with the time that is given to us. That's all we have to decide. You would think that would not be that hard of a task. Some days it can be. The most precious resource we all have is time. And that's Steve Jobs said that. And again, I agree. Time is the one thing that you can never, ever get back. Once it's gone, that's it. Time stands still for no man. And that's probably a quote by someone too. I just don't know who it is. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time is to say, I don't want to. That's from Lao Tzu. And isn't that true? If you really think about it, when you say, I don't have time, what you're really saying is, I don't want to make the time. Because if it's really important to you, you will make the time. You will find the time. You will do the thing. So it really is saying, I don't have time is really saying, I don't want to. Again, that one struck me really close to home. To recognize that what I'm saying is not necessarily what I'm actually meaning. Just like the video I did on when you say no, you're really saying yes. You should check that one out. That too is a play on words, I guess you could call it, but it speaks to how you are saying no to one thing, but that means you're saying yes to something else. And time is the same thing. Time is when you say you don't want to do something, or when you say I don't have time, you're saying no, I'm not going to do it. But what you're really saying is you don't want to do it. So next, time is free, but it's priceless. So true. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. And once you've lost it, you can never get it back. That's Harvey MacKay. And again, so true. I'm just going to repeat that one. Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can spend it. Once you've lost it, you can never get it back. A man who dares to waste an hour of time has not discovered the value of life. That's Charles Darwin. Eduardo Galeano said, I am not particularly interested in saving time. I prefer to enjoy it. And isn't that the truth? I agree. I prefer to really enjoy my time. Or how about, it's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. And that was said by Seneca. And again, what a great thing to show us, what a great quote to show us how we can all waste a good deal of time. So when we say we don't have enough, do we not have enough, or are we just wasting it? Are we wasting the time we have? This is one of my favorites. I wish I could turn back the clock and find you sooner so I can love you longer. Now that's a great time quote, if I ever heard one. The author is unknown. Time moves slowly but passes quickly. It's Alice Walker from The Color Purple. And it seems like it's an oxymoron. Moves slowly but passes quickly. But when you really look at it, it does seem to move slowly. But when you look back, it's passed quickly. So that's another great one to really reflect on. Now, Andy Warhol, from The Philosophy of Andy Warhol, which is where this quote came from, says, they always say time changes things, but you actually have to change them yourself. Which for me, dealing in change, it's what I do. I help people to accept their changes. That is such a wonderful quote that really speaks to my heart. It's not about how much time passes. Time heals all wounds. Time gives us the space to heal those wounds. Time is not the healer. We are. We are the ones who decide whether or not something heals or whether or not something changes. So that's it for quotes today. I mean, there is a whole lot more of them, but I'm not going to keep you any longer. I'm hoping wherever you are, it is a beautiful day. It's spring here in northern Alberta, and it is shaping up to be what looks like a wonderful day. I can see the sun coming out, and coming out as in shining a little more brightly. It's getting higher in the sky. And it looks like it's going to be a wonderful day out there. So I'm going to be spending a little bit of time outside. What are you going to do with your time? And how are you going to use it so that you are not wasting it? Now, if you choose, you can waste time. Your time is yours to do with as you choose. So if you would choose to waste it, and wasting, don't forget, we choose the meaning of the words that are given to us. So don't consider that what you're doing is wasting time because you're not using it productively. There are lots of things you can do that some people would consider a waste of time, like meditation or a walk in a forest, or even just sitting out on the grass and relaxing. While some would consider that a waste, I consider that rejuvenation. So don't think that just because you're not using it as wisely as someone else thinks you could, that it's a waste. So that's it for me today. I hope you join me here again next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you'd like to know more about what I do, you can find me on my website at www.everchanginglife.ca. And the last thing I'm going to say before I go is there is a wonderful video, and I think it's called Your Time in Jelly Beans. I've put it in the description. So your life in jelly beans, your life in jelly beans. When I first saw that video, it struck me so deeply that I really did just want to share it with you. It is 2.5 minutes long, and it is worth the watch. The link is in the description. So join me next Tuesday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And in the meantime, I hope you have the most amazing week you can possibly have. And I hope you use your time to the best of your abilities. Have a great week.